Hello and welcome to another Frampton show. It has been a while since I saw you last, so apologies for that, but we are here now. Okay, today is the 10th of January and we're live from Frampton Cottrell, and we look forward to providing you with some news, some events that are coming up, and also a little bit of history. So we've got a lot to go through. So we're going to make a start with the news just after this. Okay, so we got the news, What we're going to be doing is listing some of the latest news. I'm just trying to decide which camera it is I need to look at. Producer Holly is having a bit of an issue with the old. Just press W, and then press W, and then press Z, Q. Okay, here we are. So I'm over here. I know where I am now. Okay, so we're going to go with the news. Okay, so Kingsgate Park in Yate are going to soon, hopefully, be getting a new gym. And it's going to be an outdoor gym, which is going to be free. It's going to be discussed with the Yate Town Council, as it was reported in the Gazette. The Town Council will be discussing it, and it will be for a number of machines placed in the park, basing it all on improving cardio and strength, which is awesome. A similar setup held like this has been done in Iron Acton, and it has been received favourably. So perhaps Frampton Cottrell should get one. Do we need a free gym in Frampton Cottrell? We have the Beesmore Park, perfect place for it, to strengthen our own bodies and cardio. So that's coming up. Also, Chipping Sodbury Town Hall has been announced as the venue for the 2019 Avon One Act Drama Festival. So if you're into drama, the festival consists of a number of amateur dramatic groups performing one act of play. These need to be between 25 and 55 minutes long. So far, 10 groups have signed up. We'll move on to 10 groups have signed up for the competition, including the Sodbury Players, who are going to be hosting the festival. The winner of the festival will then move to compete with the winners in other regions before eventually going to the national competition. So excellent. In 2018, the Sodbury Players youth section got to the final 4 in England. Brilliant. With their production of Blood Wedding. So if you're a dramatist and you fancy doing something like that, then get in touch with the Chipping Sodbury Town Hall. They should be able to give you some more information. Speaking of drama, Frampton Community Projects is going to be doing Drama Twist. I know you're all eager to know what that is. Drama Twist, it's basically a drama club for all ages, but with a twist, surprisingly. The twist being that we will live stream the drama once it's been rehearsed. So how does this work? Well, I'll give you some information on it as it's in front of me. Drama Twist is basically a normal drama club for all ages, but with a twist. Just add that. The twist being that we live stream the drama once to rehearse, much like a soap on television. This means not only actors or writers or musicians can take part, but also those interested in backstage activities, such as lighting, camera, producing and directing. It gives the feeling of a real life studio but locally placed, and we don't get paid, but that's okay, because the experience gained for any budding actor or director or writer or camera person or lighting person or anything is going to be invaluable. Like any drama club, it's going to be a case of a 12-week period where the first 5 weeks will be picking the story, getting the cast together and all the backhands together, and then the week 6 of it will be when we start live streaming. So we stream it live with props, stage, dress, all in place. We run for 6 weeks to tell the story, and then we stop for a month, and then we start it all over again. So if you would like to take part in any of that, then the Frampton Community Projects are looking for you to get in touch. And you can do so by emailing us at info@framptoncp.org. That's info@framptoncp.org. You can also get more information from our website if you wanted to, and that's at www.framptoncp.org. So if you wanted to have a look, then by all means do so. We're looking for all sorts of people, actors of all ages and all sizes, and we are looking for anyone really who's interested in front and backstage stuff. So if you're a fan to that, get in touch. Okay, also important news: Avon Fire and Rescue Services. They're planning to stop responding to the majority of automatic fire alarms. Yes, the plans come as the service revealed a shocking number of false alarms that they keep on attending. Although there is no legal requirement to attend an automatic fire alarm, firefighters currently respond to them unless they are called beforehand to say it is just a false alarm. These are proposals. They're laid out in the draft service plan, and if they go ahead, only alarms at sleeping risk and high risk buildings will be received and responded to. This is because, some facts and figures now, between 2012 and 2017, 51% of calls received by Avon Fire and Rescue Service were due to false alarms. That's around 4,131 per year, so that's an awful lot. The draft service plan is subject to public consultation. You can have your say at surveymonkey.co.uk/r/C89WHNS. So just to give you that again, it is surveymonkey.co.uk/r/C89WHNS. So if you wanted to take part in that consultation, then that's a link to go and do it. The Gazette are looking for the pub of the year for 2019 already, and it's only January. So nominations can be entered from today. All entries must be in by the 1st of February. The form can be cut out from the local paper. Now you can only enter by using the paper and cutting it out, because apparently photocopies and scanned forms will not be accepted. So you need to get your hands on the paper itself and snip it out, fill it out and hand it in before the 1st of February. What they're looking for, they're looking for good drink will be applauded, but irresponsible drinking discouraged. Nights may be lively, but never unruly. The issues of the times will be discussed and not fought over. And all will be welcome through the door, regardless of their gender, race, religious, or means. In short, it will be the perfect English pub. A great institution that the rest of the world simply cannot replicate. So, you know what to do if you want to nominate someone. You just need to get the Gazette and fill out the nomination and send it in, which is absolutely brilliant. Okay, so that's the news. If you have any news that you would like to share with us, then you can by emailing us at newsdesk@framptoncp.org. That's newsdesk@framptoncp.org. And our editorial team will look it over and we'll get back to you. And if it's something that we can use, we will definitely use it. And we're going to go now and just have a quick little look at Nisa. Nisa is our local shop in Frampton Cottrell for your bakery, frozen produce, fresh vegetables are also sold there. So if you would like to support your local shop, Nisa is the one to go, and they're on Wood End Road. Okay, so that's all the news that we have done. Thank you very much. We're going to move now, just after this, to the events. So get your calendars ready. Okay, events. This is the exciting part. Have you got your calendars ready? Because you're going to need it, because there's a lot of events going on. You're not going to be bored in January, I can tell you. So we're going to start with something that's coming up on the 29th of January, and that's the Ladies' Night. It's tickets only. It's at the Yate Community Hall on Station Road in Yate, shockingly. It's £2 to purchase a ticket in advance, or £2.50 on the door. But we would suggest that you try and book it beforehand if you can, to make sure you get a space. It's a free glass of bubbly on entry, pop-up bar, lots of different stalls, mini pamper sessions, sounds lovely, and the chance to try some products and have some well-earned pamper time. Food and drink available all evening. So that's ladies' night at 7 till 9:30. And a free goodie bag to the first 50 people that book. How's that? Awesome. Contact for the ticket purchasing, and for more information you'll need to go to the Facebook, if you have Facebook, and then events, and under events just search Ladies Night Yate, and it should come up with more details on how you can actually book. So that's pretty cool. Ladies, if you fancy a little pampering and an evening out, that's to do it. 29th of January. And it is at the Yate Community Hall in Station Road. Okay, so it turns out that Bristol has got an awful lot of passion for music, and we have a few concerts coming up in 2019 which are interesting for my age group, because I remember them when I was a kid. We've got the Take That concert coming to Bristol, and that's on the 28th of May, so that's going to be the first one coming up, biggie. We got the Muse concert, is going to be coming up on the 5th of June. And the Spice Girls are coming to Bristol on the 10th of June. How about that? A selection of music that is to all sorts of tastes. Now, they're going to be in different locations around Bristol, but they are all going to be in Bristol. And you can find out more by searching on Facebook or on Google or Bing or any other search engine that you like, by just putting in Take That Concert Bristol 2019, or Muse Concert Bristol 2019, or the Spice Girls Bristol 2019, and then it will come up, and then you'll be able to find out what ticket it is that you would like to purchase. Okay, so we're going to go to more local stuff now. This has come from the friends of ours of the Village Action, and you will be able to see their website, Village Action. If you need any more information, you'll be able to see it. There we go. Producer Holly. Awesome. So, Village Action. So all this information, in case you miss it, is going to be on Village Action. Okay, so we're going to start with January. And on January the 16th, we have the Community Coffee Morning at the Manor Hall, 10 AM till 12. That's on Wednesday the 16th. Also on Wednesday the 16th, you've got the Frampton Cultural Local History Society at the Xeon. They start at 7:30 PM. Non-members, it is £4 to get in, and it includes a light refreshments. So if you want to know more about the history and get involved in the history of where we live and this beautiful little village, then it's on Wednesday the 16th at the Xeon, starting at 7:30. On Friday the 18th of January, we have Bingo Crossbow at 8 o'clock. It's £1 for 5 games and 50p for the snowball. So that's on Friday the 18th, if you fancy a bit of bingo for the evening out. Tuesday the 22nd, we have the Frampton Cultural Women's Institute, St Peter's Hall, Church Road. That starts at 7:45 and ends at 10. It's £2.50 on entry for that one. That's a Frampton Cultural Women's Institute, Tuesday the 22nd. Village walks. Now, if you fancy a stroll, stretch your legs, still working off that Christmas dinner, then on Wednesday the 23rd, there is a walk starting at St Peter's Church at 10:30. It's a stroll up 1.5 miles with lanes with historical interests, or a rural walk 3 miles, rivers, scenery, woods and fields. So you can have a 3-mile walk and enjoy yourself looking at all the scenery. Or you can have a 1.5 mile walk and look at all historical interests. And as we found out last year, it was last year because it was November on our last show, there's a lot of history in Frampton Cultural to do with hats and even John Wayne. So yes, brilliant. If you fancy a walk, then by all means join them. It is 10:30 starting at St Peter's Church on Wednesday the 23rd of January. Okay, coming up also on Wednesday the 23rd is Forget Me Not Sing-Along Group at Xeon. This is from 2 till 3:30 p.m. for local people with dementia. Carers are also welcome to stay. So if you fancy a sing-along, then you are more than welcome at the Forget Me Not Sing-Along group. That's at Xeon on Wednesday the 23rd. Also on Wednesday the 23rd, oh, excuse me, it's a lot of events. 23rd, it's a talk by Steve Grudgins, The Last Years of Coal Mining in South Wales. That starts at, well, the doors open at 7:30, starts for 8 o'clock. And it's the Miners Institute at Colbert Heath, so I think it's the Miners Hall. And for non-members, it is £2. But it's going to be a very interesting talk about the coal mining industry, how it's happened, and why it isn't so much with us now. So that could be a very interesting talk. That's on Wednesday the 23rd, and at the Miners Club. Okay, on Thursday the 24th, Frampton Friendship and Dance. This is brilliant. 2 till 4 p.m. on Thursday the 24th. If you're not busy, get your glad rags on and nip over to the Xeon Church Hall, where you can learn to easily and gently dance. No partners are needed, and you can go along, and it's £4, and that includes a cup of tea. So you get to dance, you get to meet some new people, and you get a cup of tea for £4. So that's brilliant. Also, on the 25th of January, we have Meal and Music at the Winterbourne and District Community Association. Or I think we just call it the Winterbourne something. I can't remember. Can you stop jiggling because I'm forgetting what I'm doing? So sorry, we could have a dancing Holly. So we have, yeah, Meal and Music. That's at the Winterbourne Community Centre. It's a 3-course meal. Listen, dance to well-known songs performed by Tony Graham. Requests are welcome if you can do it in advance. Booking is essential, and you can do that by visiting www.wadca.co.uk. That's wadca.co.uk. And finally, if you fancy doing something after those 2 lovely dance sessions and evenings out, you can do litter busting, 10 a.m. from the Gingerbread Man on Church Road. That's on Wednesday the 30th. So if you fancied helping out the community and tidying up a little bit, then you are more than welcome to join many others who do this for us. That's at the Gingerbread Man on Church Road from 10 a.m. on Wednesday the 30th. Okay, I've just got 2 more to do for February. February the 1st, there's 2 things going on, which I want to mention. Elton John Tribute Act. How's that? Elton John Tribute Act. That's at the Winterbourne and District Community Association, so the committee hall in Winterbourne. Tickets are £10. You can visit their website again by going to www.wadca.co.uk to know more about that. The tickets, that's the Elton John Tribute Act, Friday the 1st of February. Also on Friday the 1st of February, of course, you can nip over, if you prefer, to the quiz at the Crossbow Centre. 8 p.m. that starts, and it's £1.50 per person. So if you fancy doing something on the 1st of February, then you can. There are lots more going on, but we'll probably talk about that on the next show. But if you have any events that you would like to show, or have us even come and visit, we can come and do a little piece with our cameras, then get in touch with us at newsdesk@framptoncp.org. So any events that you've got coming up that you'd like us to discuss, or you would like us to come and see and film some of it, then get in touch with us. Again, that's newsdesk@framptoncp.org. Okay, so moving on. If we are thinking about events, if you fancy going out for a nice little dine, we know just the place. The New Inn, which has now been under new management for a couple of months now. And there is a letter on there, Holly. Sorry, producer Holly. Yeah, the New Inn. It's got under new management. if you're looking for fine wine and fine dining and great company, then the staff there are brilliant. We certainly do recommend it. So that's the new inn. Okay, so that's the events for now. Moving on swiftly. We've got a little bit of history, but only a little bit today because we are running out of time. So after this, we'll catch up on history. Okay, welcome back. I hope you liked our little bit of music. Did that myself. Okay then, so with history, we're going to be just carrying on very briefly with what we were continuing with last week, which is how the Frampton Cultural was very well known because of the hatties and the hatting industry, which happened here. And obviously also, as I mentioned earlier, included John Wayne and how most of his hats for the films that he was in actually were made here. But not only that, there's very little knowledge earlier than that because there's been very little archaeological work which has been taking place in the Frampton Cultural area. So knowledge prior to Anglo-Saxon arrival is limited. Local historians tend to use field names and street names to work out the distant history of the village. It is believed from place names that were there to settlements in the area were in the Roman times. So that's a little bit of history. The name Frampton means the settlement or farmstead or village on the Froom. Frampton Cultural was recorded as Frantone in the Domesday Book. I don't know if that was because they couldn't spell it right or because it was actually called Frantone in the time. But that's in the Domesday Book, and that was in 1086, so it was quite a while ago. All the other local villages, Westerly, Stoke Gifford and Winterbourne, also have Old English names, suggesting that they were either conquered or resettled between 577 and 1066, so all a long time ago. Early in the 11th century, Frampton may have been under the manor of Winterbourne, as a later medieval record refers to the lordship of Frampton and Winterbourne. This would have included Stoke Gifford. So, yeah, the lordship of Frampton and Winterbourne. Brilliant. I love it. Okay, what we also did was a few bit of stats because we wanted to see how the village had grown. So we can tell you that Frampton has grown over the past 100 years, but the last 200 years as well in population, with it being in 1811, the population was 1,419, according to the census. In 1911, it had gone up, so that's 100 years later, to 2,068, tiny jump, and then jumping to another 100 years later in 2011 to 6,520 residents, and it's still rising, obviously, because we're now in 2019, which is a huge leap. But considering that, we also understand that it's only just under 8 persons per hectare. So we have a massive space. So 8 persons per hectare, and a hectare is quite a lot of space, so it's not that bad, and we are lucky that we live in a very large village. So we will be soon moving on from Frampton Cultural to our neighbouring villages to get more history tidbits. If you have any history tidbits that you'd like to share with us, then you can do by getting in touch with us, again at newsdesk@framptoncp.org. That's newsdesk@framptoncp.org. If you would like, as I said before, to try yourself at presenting part of the show, or if you have an idea for the show, perhaps a sports pit that you might want to host yourself, then please do get in touch. We are always looking for volunteers to help out in front and behind the camera, and you can do so by emailing us at info@framptoncp.org. That's info@framptoncp.org. You can also find us on Facebook at FramptonCP and on Twitter, surprisingly, at FramptonCP. And you can even leave us a message on the Frampton Community Projects Facebook page by just searching Frampton Community Projects. Until the next time, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show, and we'll see you again soon. Stay safe, stay warm. Thanks very much. Top one, Holly. Scroll up.